That's so there it is there, right? So do you see the way I fit that circle in perfectly, right? So it's essentially it's essentially like a pizza slice, isn't it? So do you know what I mean by the pizza slice? So I'm going to shade in. See this part here? Okay. Now what I'm thinking is that what I'm thinking we can do is we can get the area of this blue part here. Do you see the full pizza slice? Okay, we can get that area using what formula do you reckon? Which is area of a sector, which is a half r squared theta, right? And what I'm thinking we might do then is we might get the area of the triangle, which is see if I can change the color of it. We might get the area of this triangle here. And if we take the two of them away from each other, what do we get then? We get the blue part on the outside, don't we? And then if we double our answer, we find out both areas combined. Would you agree with that? So that's a clear path to the answer, isn't it? Okay. So first things first, all right. We're going to need to figure out what is the. It wants us to do it in order, doesn't it? So it gives us part one. All right. Would everybody agree that? Would everybody agree that this is also 6? How do we know that this is 6? Huh? They're both radiuses, aren't they? Now, 2x AB and BC. Ah, now here's the reason why. It says that it says that the two arcs are the same, doesn't it? Lads, so see this green arc? It says that green arc is actually the same as this red arc. So if those two arcs are the same, it must mean that all three sides are 6. Is that okay? What type of triangle is it then? Huh? So you just say 3x equals 180 because it's equilateral, and x equals 60 degrees. We cool with that? All right, deadly. Next thing, find the length of AB. Which one's AB? The green one? Find the length of the green one. Okay, what's the length of the arc formula? What do you reckon? What's the length of the arc formula? L equals r theta, is it? Right. L equals 6 times 60, is it? 6 times 60? Uh-uh. It's not 60. What type of language do I need to use to work this formula? I need to change it to radians. So 60 degrees needs to be converted into radians. How do you convert it into radians again? Divided by 180 and do what? Add a pi to the end. So I cannot use 60. That's a common mistake. People shoving degrees into a radian formula. This formula here is a radian formula. It's not a degrees formula. Okay. And lads, what's 60 over 180? Pi over 3, is it? And the length of the arc is just going to be what? Everybody get pi? 6 times pi over 3? 2 pi. And what's the length? It's in centimeters, is it? 2 pi centimeters. If you want to convert that into a decimal, you're more than welcome. 6.28. We all good? So I've done part one and part two. Now the shaded region is going to be tough. Ready? Okay. There's a really easy way to get the area. I might as well show you it now. Okay. So anytime you have a triangle, any triangle you want, okay, there's a formula that does this for you. Okay. What you do is, and it's a degree formula, not a radian formula. Is that right? Actually, technically works for either. I'll explain why. Use a half AB sine C. Okay. C is the angle in between two lengths, and the lengths are the two lengths that sandwich it in. So it'd be this blue length and this green length. Does everybody see that? So could anybody tell me, how could I use this diagram here to get the area of the triangle? What would I write down? I have 6 multiplied by 6, sine what? Sine 60. I have 6 times 6 sine 60. So I have 6 times 6 sine 60. You're going to be using this formula a lot, and it will be second nature to you by the time you finish this exercise off. Yep, absolutely. Page, in the trig section, things like page 12. Could be 14. Lads, what to have? 6 times 6 sine 60. Charlie's calculator. What? You got 9 or 3. Right. And just for argument's sake, change it into decimals. 15.59 centimeters squared. All right. So for those of you who don't know, we currently know what the triangle is. Is everybody cool with that? We know that this triangle in here is, we know that this triangle right here is 15.93. Is that cool, everybody? Now, what are we about to get next? The area of what? We're going to get the area of the pizza slice. Does everybody see what the area of the pizza slice would be? First of all, prediction time. Are you predicting the answer bigger than 15.59 or smaller than 15.59? This area right here, bigger or smaller? No, we have to take them away from each other to get the outside parts. So bigger or smaller? Bigger. So your prediction is bigger than 15.59 or whatever it was. So you're going to use a half r squared theta. This is a formula where we use what's called radian language. So angles are usually measured in degrees. There's a like currency. Now we're measuring them in radians. It was all covered in the first class. Okay. So lads, what do we do? A half. What's the radius squared? Huh? 6 squared. Okay. Now see the theta value? We can't use 60 degrees. So what do we need to change 60 degrees into? Yeah, what you do again, you divide it by 180 and you slap a pi on the back. That's how you convert degrees into radians. You divide by 180 and put a pi beside it. And what you get? Huh? And by get pi over 3. No good with that? Okay. Multiply it out. And what answer do you get in decimals, please? Answer do you get in decimals? Has to be bigger than 15.59. Not much bigger, but still bigger. 18.84. That sounds reasonable, doesn't it? Now, lads, can anybody therefore tell me what is this blue area out here then? How did you get that? Yeah, take away the 15.59. Okay. What you get when you take away from 15.59 again? 3 points. We got 3.25. Rounding issue, was it? So for anybody at home, rounding off to 2 decimal places wasn't as accurate as we would have wanted. We should have left out 3 or 4 decimals. And although we're getting 3.25, we've been told that it's actually 3.26 when you actually round off to more decimals. Is that all right? Hopefully you get that. Now, how many blue areas do I have? We needed these 2, wasn't it, at the very beginning? So what are you going to do with your answer? Times it by 2, and what you get? Times it by 2, and what do we get then? 6.52. Okay, that's those 2 blue areas combined. 6.52. All right? All right.